Before the video starts, I'd like to say that there are some spoilers in regards to the lore of the game. I show off some of the later technology that you wouldn't know existed at the beginning, so if you don't want to see that, feel free to click off the video. Also, I forgot to include this. If there's anything in the game that you carry above your head, you can put it on the scale in John's shop and he will pay you for it, and usually he will pay a very good price. Okay, now into the video. Hello guys, my name is Indigo and I'm going to be making a video today on 10, or it's a little more than 10, about 15 intermediate to advanced tips on Dinkum. So the first tip is going to be to check your mailbox if there's something, it's like Franklin, for example, sent stuff to your mailbox. So I bought this jackhammer from him. So Franklin sends it to you in your mailbox. The second tip is the number one method to make dinks is going to be metal detecting. That is there's nothing even close to metal detecting for making money. I'm going to throw up a screenshot here. I did metal detecting for 2 days. I sold everything. I made 900,000 dinks. Right now I have 1.3 million dinks. And I have all the power tools you can get. Basically, there's not much I can spend the dinks on besides the tractor and the helicopter that Franklin will sell you down here. These two are, this is the only things that are expensive in the whole game, above 100k for these. And then, okay, so the third tip I have is the first thing you should prioritize leveling up is going to be farming, because it's very difficult to level that up. It's like you get sprinklers later in the game, but I still haven't unlocked them. So I'll show you my levels right here. Look at my levels: 4 on farming, and then 29 on foraging, 40 on mining, 10 on fishing, 30 on hunting, and 5 on bug catching. So the bug catching, I don't think that even matters. You don't need a better bug net. The hunting, you get better weapons, so it's worth it. Fishing, once you get to level 10, you get the rod that does the most practical reason. I think at 20 you get an iron rod, but it allows you to catch a shark, but you can't actually keep the shark. It's just you can put it where you want, I'm pretty sure. That doesn't matter. You can't donate to the museum or anything. Foraging, 20 is max. 20 is max for a practical reason, I think, on everything. And then farming, you're supposed to be able to unlock sprinklers and everything like that, but I don't have those unlocked. Even though I have these massive crop fields, I just haven't really gotten to farming, which is annoying. And then another tip is make sure to check the recycling bin. I guess you take the jeans, but this stuff I had put in here, but I found this swim charm in the recycling bin, which you're not actually supposed to be able to get that, the developer said, so that was a glitch, but you can find some stuff that's worth more. Another one, check this. I'm not going to do that, because I'm not going to stress myself out when I had this much money for 30k. It's not worth my time, honestly. If you want to make money, if you want to kill those for the prime meat, that makes sense. But if it's for money purpose, it makes no sense to do those. Okay, and then here for the beginning, you're going to want fruits. So there's 2 Brilla fruits that you want. So apples are going to be cooked apples. So you want to cook all your fruits for first. But cooked apples are going to give you plus 10 health. Do I have any apples? I do. Plus 10 health here. And then I don't have any bananas because I've been using them because they're probably the most important one. But these are all banana trees. So you want to plant the trees that you want. The apples aren't really that useful because health is not really that hard to come by. It's pretty hard to die if you can just run away from literally everything. There's not a monster in this game that you can't run away from. So, but bananas are stamina. You cook them, 10 stamina, and those are really important. That's probably the most important fruit early game, and then eventually you can start cooking stuff, but that's a little more complicated. And you have to have a big crop set up for that. And then my 5th or 6th tip is to use brews. So if you don't know what brews are, you're going to use these barrels down here. You put I'll show you these barrels. They cost an iron to make. They're kind of expensive, but you either use bottle brush, yellow wattle flowers, or jelly. Not this jelly, but and then it gives you, there's 3 different types of brews that you can get. So the first one will be I'll start with the bottle brush brew. It gives you 25 health and regeneration for 60 seconds. So, that's much better than any food you can get at the beginning. And these are super easy to get, these brews, but they just take 2 days to make anything. And then the next one is going to be with the, it's what all of my things are full of because it's the most important one. They have yellow wildflowers in them, and they give you the same thing as this brew, 25, but for stamina, they increase your stamina bar. So watch, this will increase your health bar. Okay, it doesn't actually. I never use this one. Like I said earlier, the health doesn't matter, but that one increases your stamina bar a lot. But it also makes all of your tools much more efficient. So it'll make your axe, your everything, do like twice as much damage. It's super important to have, especially when you go in the deep mines. So that's the most important brew. And then there's the jelly brew, which is all around amazing. It's double for stamina and double for health over the other two. And I guess it makes crop harvesting better. And I don't even know what the other one means. I've never actually used this. And I've never needed it, and it's really hard to get 10 jellies. You have to go kill 10 jellyfish, which are not the easiest thing to kill, because they can. I guess if you have a ranged weapon, they're easier to kill, but I haven't met the trader more than once. And I didn't have 20 bones when I met him to buy the bow. So the next tip is the people who visit will obviously visit your visitor tent. And it's completely luck who comes and when they come. So for example, I only have one villager moved in. And it's only Franklin, who is probably the most important one, so I got lucky with that. Besides John and the museum and the bank, which come without visiting. So I have him moved in. But for them to move in, you want to try to upgrade your relationship with them. So to upgrade your relationship, I go over to Franklin. His relationship's not too good, but you click I want to chat. And you can talk to them with the top one. Just talk to them, that'll raise it a little bit. And then also they'll give you a task. So got a job for me. He wants me to buy his hat off him. I always go for these because the money's not really that important. Sometimes they'll give you one, like ask you for a piece of furniture or something that you're not going to be able to do it. Or ask you for some fish that you can never find. And that just happens sometimes. You just kind of have to accept that you're not going to be able to get the task that day. But there's a new task every day, so it's alright. But also, if you want your people to move in, you need to upgrade these stats right here in this book. Right here. You can see the town awards. So my town's 2.25 stars. But happiness, I don't really understand how to get this one up. You just get them happier, but all my villagers are close to max and it's still really low, so I don't understand that one. Amenities, this is just moving more people in. Beauty is putting more decoration around your town. He knows I have lots of paths, I have some flowers, and I have those lights, which I guess has raised it pretty good. Museum is donating more stuff to the museum. That one, you can aim for that, but it's kind of hard because that's seasonal. I've only gone through a season and a half, so a lot of the stuff I can't get because it'll be in spring or winter, which I haven't unlocked yet. Economy, I think this is just spending money at the store. This one's come easily, and license, that one comes easily too. That's just like natural progression of the game. And then my next tip is going to be for Franklin because he's the only one I've unlocked. So I know the most about him, so it's just on what to buy from him. So he'll offer you, once you trade him discs, he'll start offering you these things. So I would say the most important, the first two you should get, is a jet ski and a motorbike. And depending on your map, if there's a lot of water and a lot of waterways you can access, you're going to want to go for the jet ski first. And if there's not much water, you want to go for the motorbike first. They don't break, you can keep them forever, so you just need one of them. Or well, you need both, but like you don't have to rebuy them. They will never break. And then after that, you want to buy the charging station. And then you want to buy these 3 power tools. The compactor first. The compactor is so good because normally when you're shoveling dirt, you put it in the shovel, right? And it will come here and it will you have to put the dirt back somewhere. But when you use the compactor, I'll show over here. Is it right here? You just stand here and it just packs it down and there's no dirt to deal with. You can hit another one if you want. It's super easy. It's the best one by far. The other 2 are just upgrades over the pickaxe and the axe. It is what it is. They're better, so you might as well get them. And another tip is do not buy the quarry, whatever you do. I bought this thing thinking it would be good. It is horrible. It puts up like 1 of the ore blocks a day. So you get like 3 copper ingot or 3 copper nuggets or whatever per day. It's 70,000 and a bunch of tools. It's awful. Do not buy that. That thing is horrible. Okay, my next tip is there's disc. I don't think I have any. They're just called shiny disc. I don't have any in there. But you want to sell those only to Franklin. So if Franklin hasn't visited yet and you have a bunch of those, do not sell them to John. Franklin pays 9,000 for each one. and so you can make a lot. And also you need those to unlock his recipes, but you'll get past the point of unlocking all the recipes pretty quickly. But you need those discs, so only sell those to Franklin. Keep those. Everything else, sell to John, basically. And my next tip is you're going to need to move John in to his store, which will be the first thing you do, and the museum director over here, which I don't even think this guy comes to visit once, I think, and then you get the deed from Fletch. I don't really understand how that one works, but those two guys come without any effort. You just like are presented with the deed and you put it down. Basically, it's super easy to get those two. And then once you have those two, then other people will start moving in. My next tip is in the mines. I don't have one because I sold it. I didn't know what it did at that time. You can get something called a dog collar. It's only in the mines chest, which you unlock with the keys. Do I have any keys? So yeah, these old keys. So you also don't want to sell those. Those are used for the mines. And you can open these things in the mines, and there can be a dog collar in there, and you see the dogs on the map, and you can tame them with that, apparently. I haven't done it because I sold it like an idiot, but that's fine. My next tip is to build your relationship with everyone. Like, John's been here for a while. I've got him on 4 3/4, so I'm almost done. Okay, I don't have anything to... Actually, I'm going to really buy this from, because this is useless. This is a glitched item. 11. Okay, 11 dinks. I'm not selling that for that much. That's actually a joke. But he's on 4.5, so might be able to get him to 5 right now. So I talked to him. He didn't go up, so I'll see if I can do a task for him. I can give him something to eat. So, oh, another tip. John only eats meat. So I have this cooked crocodile meat that I can give to him, but he only eats meat. If you give him like a fruit or something, he'll deny it. And then Fletch is the other way around. She only eats fruit. Okay, so you want to give one cooked crocodile meat. Oh, like apparently that's his favorite. I've never given that to John. But yeah, if you give him that, see if I got that in 5 stars. Oh, it didn't, but it's right. So you only want to give John meat, and I guess you want to give him cooked crocodile meat. And then you only want to give Fletch vegetables and stuff of that nature. Okay. And if you build up relationships, they'll send you gifts. Like Theodore sent me some sort of food the other day. I don't know. I haven't gotten into cooking because you need a super diverse like crop array and a lot of animals to get like... I have eggs. That's the only thing. But you need a lot of stuff to get the... Yeah. Theodore sent me this. I can't craft this. I don't even know how to craft it. Somewhere at the cooking table, but I haven't gotten into cooking because that's... You need to basically move in the villagers to sell you animals and sell you crops, which I haven't unlocked yet. Which is... It's just like RNG, like I said earlier. It's just luck. They come visit a lot, and when they come visit, make sure you do the task, whatever it takes, because you really want them to move in. And if you get the relationships high enough, they do send you gifts, so yeah, that's also good. Okay, my next tip is the bank over here is basically useless. You unlock this at some point in the game, it's total trash, basically. I don't even know what the point of this is. You put your money in it, it accrues interest, but like I put 200k in this like 5 days ago. It's terrible. And you can also convert to permit points. So let's say I convert 200,000 dinks, which is a lot of dinks. I get nothing. This is like 3 daily tasks worth of permit points. The bank is so dumb. I don't understand why that conversion needs to be changed, in my opinion. That's horrible. It's the worst thing ever. So yeah, the bank, just put it there and just it's there. But I wouldn't suggest really using it because it's pretty much useless. My next tip is animals. You have to put a fence around the whole thing or they will get eaten. Well, they'll escape and get eaten. And that includes putting a fence behind the chicken coops. So like if I didn't have a fence here, you would think they wouldn't get out, but they'll walk through the coop and escape. So you have to have 360 fence around the entire enclosure. That is really important because a lot of people mess up on that one. And then my last tip is there's no reason, actually second last, there's no reason to use a fence gate. The only purpose of the fence gate would be to look cool. You can jump over the fences, so you don't need a fence gate, but if you have a fence gate, the villagers, like say example, I had a fence gate on this animal enclosure, the villagers can walk up, open the fence gate, and then just leave it open, and the chicken will just walk out the front. And the villagers won't close it behind them. So the villagers can't jump over it. The fences, no one can jump over the fences besides the player. Or I guess visitors to your island. So I wouldn't suggest building a fence gate. That's kind of dumb. And the last thing is, like for example, alligators spawn in here a lot. So I just fenced off the whole thing. So if you have alligators messing with your village or anything, you can just fence off the entire like pond area. Or down here by my crop field, there's a lake the alligators spawn at. You see how this long fence running along, so they just never come over and mess with the villagers. So that can be another one, because you can never really stop the alligator spawns. But if you fence them in, they'll never come to your village and they'll never mess with you. So that's, oh, and the final tip, check the recycling bin. I think I've said this one before, but yeah, sometimes there's good stuff in there. You never know what can be put in there. And also you can throw your stuff away, because stuff in this game never despawns when you put it on the ground. It never does. So you either have to put it in a chest or put it in a recycling bin. So that's all my tips. I guess if you liked, you made this far, please like and subscribe. And yeah, hope you enjoyed and hope you have fun playing Dinkum. It's a good game. Join the Discord. It's important too. It's a really good resource if you have any questions. People in there are super helpful and nice. And thanks for watching.